Hi friends, welcome back to Brianna's Bookshelf. So today we have a little reading vlog in which I read 3 different books and just update you about what is going on in my life over the few weeks that I spent reading these books, and that's about it. So without further ado, let's get into the vlog clips. Hello everyone. I apologize for the bad lighting and the sweaty face, but I have just gotten home from work. It's Saturday evening. I had to work an event today, and I decided that I wanted to start a little weekly reading vlog starting tonight because I finally just finished my Throne of Glass tandem read this morning before I left for work. So I'm finally free to read some other books, which is very exciting. I'm ready to get into the fall TBR. So I have 2 that I'm considering to pick up first, and I'm choosing between Staircase in the Woods or The Burning God, which is the finale of the Poppy War trilogy. My friend Jen voted that I should read The Burning God, so I'm leaning towards that, so I don't disappoint, and I know it's an incredible series, so it would be great to finish that up. But having just gotten through the tandem read, I am kind of a little bit fantasied out, so I might go for The Staircase in the Woods because I'm feeling some horror, but we will see later tonight what I decide. For now, I'm gonna get changed into some cozy clothes, get some leftovers to eat, and watch some TV. Good morning vlog. It is Monday morning, so if I look tired, that is why. I'm definitely very tired right now. I didn't get up to updating you all yesterday because I was super busy hanging out with my mom and running a bunch of errands, and I also got my hair done. So I went like with a kind of dark brown red color for fall. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so that's super fun, but I did end up reading a little bit on Saturday and yesterday. I decided to go ahead and start the last book in the Poppy War trilogy, and I haven't made it too far. I'm only just over 100 pages in so far, so I need to get cracking on that later today so that I can make some progress and update you and get to some other books this week. I don't have too many more plans for today other than just working from home, so I will let you know what I get up to. Hello vlog. So it is now Monday evening. Didn't get up to too much today, just there's a bird that just landed on someone's roof. Just worked from home. I went on a run earlier and went on a new path down by the water, which was super nice. It was like really beautiful, so I stopped and took a little clip to show you guys what the view was like. It was really pretty out today. It was a lot warmer than I thought it was gonna be. And now I'm just chilling in the backyard. You can see my dog Nellie. She is chilling out here as well. Oh, hi Nellie. And we're gonna read some more of The Burning God and hopefully make a little bit more of a dent in this. So let's go. Vlog. It is Wednesday now. I got up to quite a bit yesterday, but I forgot to film anything. It was super hot yesterday, so I ended up after work going to the lake and going for a nice lovely swim with my boyfriend and some of his friends, and that was really lovely. And then we just chilled for the rest of the night. It was super nice, and I got a little bit more reading done. So last night I got about a little over halfway into The Burning God, and I'm enjoying it a ton, and I was super into it. So this morning I actually, while I was working, listened to the audiobook. Shh, don't tell anyone, but I was listening to the audiobook while I was working and got about 80% of the way through, so got through another large chunk, and I just love this series so much. I love R.F. Kuang's writing. It's so hard to put down, and her books are so unique, or this series specifically is so unique in that it really demonstrates and doesn't shy away from like the actual horrors of war while being a fantasy, which is something that's like, I feel like other fantasy sometimes tries to do and doesn't do as nearly as well as the Poppy War series. And I get that's why some people don't like it, because they think it's too violent or like too brutal, and it's extremely violent, and like our main character Rin, like at times you do not want to root for her because she is like so morally gray to like morally black. Like she'll just do anything to fuel her rage and her vengeance. But I think that's what makes the story so unique and amazing, because I've just never read anything else like it, with such a strong character led by such strong emotions, who does not apologize for themselves and just acts entirely on their own vision, and doesn't shy away from that violence and actually enjoys it or celebrates it at times. So it's just a phenomenal series. I don't know what else to say. It's so good. So I'm really excited. Hopefully tonight I'll be able to finish it. Right now I'm actually just parked here at a park. I'm waiting for my friend because we are going for a little post-work run together at a park here, and then we're gonna go get a little treat or some dinner perhaps. So I'm excited to see her, and I will update you all later on whether or not I end up finishing the book. Vlog. It is now Friday, and I'm coming to you with a reading update. So on Wednesday, after I went for a run with my friend, I came home and got back into The Burning God and ended up finishing it. And I absolutely love this book. I will say I feel like the fact that I listened to some of it on audio slightly lessened my enjoyment of the reading experience, just because I feel like audiobooks are not quite for me. A lot of times I feel like I lose some of the details, but I was just so excited about this that I wanted to finish it more quickly, so I ended up listening to the audio, and that's okay. I still am going to give this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. The ending was kind of soul-crushing, to be honest with you, and it was rough. But that was to be expected. This series is like so brutal and heartbreaking, and yeah, just all of the feelings I was saying in my last clip hold. Like, I feel like this is just such a unique fantasy story that really covers the realities of war and highlights, a character who you can't always get behind, but you can understand her motivations and, how things are so black and white. And I love that. I love a book that pushes you to be uncomfortable or makes you think in different ways. And I think this series is definitely that. And R.F. Kuang does an amazing job at pushing those boundaries and really making you think in different ways. So I would highly recommend the Poppy War trilogy if you have not read it. As long as you are okay with some violence, even if you're not usually a fantasy reader, I would recommend this. Like, it really is just kind of a life-changing series. It's so incredible. Like, every book I gave 5 stars. I can't say enough good things about it. So I absolutely loved it. Then last night I didn't get up to too much reading because my boyfriend and I had a little date night, and we went for happy hour, and we also got some ice cream, which was super yummy. I had apple cider donut flavored ice cream, which was amazing, and I loved it. So happy to get that. And I did end up starting Eileen by Ottessa Moshfegh last night. I was inspired by Brooklyn, who said that she wanted to know my opinion on it. So yes, Brooklyn, I have started it, and I am just under 50 pages in so far, so I barely made it in at all last night, but I was enjoying it so far. I can already tell how and why it's divisive, why a lot of people don't like it, but so far I really like it. We're basically following Eileen in her early 20s so far, and she works in like a youth correctional facility basically. And yeah, she's definitely a twisted one. So far you could tell how obsessive she is. She's obsessed with herself, but also like loathes herself at the same time. She's obsessed with like a guard who works at this facility, though she's like never made any moves on him, and like is very like prudish in ways and like would never pursue that. She's like obsessed with him. I will say there is talk of some things that might be triggering in this book, so I would recommend looking up trigger warnings before you read it if you have any sort of triggers, especially around like sexual assault. That doesn't happen on page, at least so far, but Eileen is like thinking about that and imagining it in detail, so please know that going into it. But so far I am actually enjoying it. I thought it would be a really like fall time read. It's actually more wintry than I expected. I didn't realize it takes place like right before Christmas, but I'm still enjoying it because it definitely has that like dark days and bleakness kind of vibe. It's kind of has a morbid feeling to it, and so I think it fits for fall as well, and I'm excited to read more. Today I am working a short day because I worked last weekend a little bit, and my boyfriend and I are doing kind of a spontaneous trip this weekend to go to see his brother, and he lives like just a couple hours away on an island actually, so we get to take the ferry there, which I'm very excited about, and hopefully I will get some reading done, but maybe not that much. We'll probably be doing lots of stuff while we're there. We're going to go fishing and just hang out with the dogs, so I will update you all when I can. Hello. I am coming to you with another update. It has been a couple days now. So I went on an impromptu trip to visit my boyfriend's brother with him, and he lives like just a couple hours away, but we got to take the ferry to his house, and we went out on his boat and did some fishing. So that was pretty fun, and it was just so beautiful over there. It was like really foggy, and they live right by this really cute park, and the leaves were changing, and I just feel like it was starting to look so much more like fall over there than it is where I live. So I was very excited to see that, and it was really fun. And I did get to some more of Eileen. When I went out on the boat with them, I was most of the time just reading. So I am about 100 pages in so far. And honestly, there's not a lot to update you on here. It's kind of been more of the same. Like, we're just kind of hearing Eileen's personal experiences, and she's very much like, woe is me, my life is terrible, and like she kind of hates herself, but she also has like a very inflated self-importance. I don't know, it's like she's such an interesting character to read from, and it's like really just following her day to day, which could be boring, but I think that the characterization of Eileen is quite interesting to me, and I enjoy seeing things through her perspective. So far I am still enjoying it. I'm a little bit less than halfway. I've been reading quite slowly just because I've been doing so many other things lately. I'm hoping that I can speed this up and finish this soon, so I can maybe fit in one more book potentially into this vlog. But I am all dressed up in my fall sweater. I love this sweater, you guys. I thrifted this like online a few years ago. I don't know if you could tell, but it's like has all these leaves, and there's like beads and stuff, like it has embroidery. It's just so cute. I'm obsessed with it. And I've got my little dark lip on because I was just filming for an announcement video, and I think that's gonna go up before this, so I can just go ahead and spoil it because you've probably already seen that. But yeah, I was just filming the announcement for the Haunted Library Bingo that Angel, Brooklyn, and I are hosting throughout the month of October, and I'm super excited for that. It's the first time I've done anything like that or hosted any sort of event like that. So I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be so much fun, and the two of them are just so cool. I can't wait to get to hang out with them and talk about books. It's gonna be super fun, so I hope that you all join. And as for the rest of today, it is like evening. I'm debating what I want to do with the rest of the evening. I definitely want to go on a walk, but we will see. I'll update you later. Hi vlog, it is Tuesday and it's currently kind of the middle of the workday, but I thought I would give you a quick update while I'm on lunch. Ooh, that's bright. That last night I did finish Eileen by Ottessa Moshfegh, and I like this quite a bit. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars, and it's kind of a hard book to describe because a lot of what I liked about it was just like kind of the atmosphere and I guess part of like the different personality points of Eileen herself. It definitely went in a direction that was different from what I was expecting, which got me a little bit more hooked into it as well. And I feel like there was a lot of buildup of like the atmosphere and Eileen's character in the beginning, which I enjoyed. It did not feel like too much. But then like once kind of, I guess, the main point of the story started, it like somersaulted and just kept going really quickly. Like the ending of the story came super fast, but I kind of appreciated that because it really contrasted with like the slowness of the start. And I think if I had kept the same pace the whole time, I would have slowly gotten lost as it got past like the 200 page mark, or even the 150 page mark. But instead it just like really went out with a bang, and that really increased my enjoyment of it as well. And I think at its core, Eileen is just, a weird girl book about a weird girl, and that is one of my favorite things to read about. So how can I not enjoy this? And I really enjoyed also like the aspects of a female friendship and kind of like questioning of your emotions, of like having almost kind of an obsession with a friend that leads on to something that's almost unhealthy or more than platonic. And I think that's something that perhaps a lot other people could relate to, especially like in your younger life, like especially being younger, having those sorts of feelings I think can be potentially relatable. So I really enjoyed this. I will say I can see why some people wouldn't like it. It does, like, it could feel kind of slow or pointless at times. So if you didn't enjoy Eileen's character or the atmosphere, I could see why you wouldn't like it. And there's definitely some weird parts. But yeah, I had a fun time. 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. And I'm contemplating whether I want to read one more book in this vlog. I feel like this vlog has been going on forever, but I've just been like reading pretty slowly recently. So I think that I might start Annihilation because I'm in the mood for just another short, quick read so I can like bust that out really quickly. So that's what I'm thinking. I am going to finish out work and go for a run and then hopefully get to some reading later. Hey vlog, I'm coming to you with my final update. So it's been a few days since I gave you any update. I did decide to fit in one last book, even though I didn't update you about it until after I finished it. Silly me. But I ended up reading Annihilation by VanderMeer. And this is the first in a trilogy that is like sci-fi horror trilogy. And I've heard such good things about this, and then they came out with the 10th anniversary covers, which I think are just super cool. So I ended up picking this up because I was influenced by the cover art. And this is like super short, so I just wanted to quickly read this one in September just to like add one more book into the lineup. And I had some very mixed feelings about this, to be honest. So I did just like read this really quick. Perhaps I would have had a better experience if I spent some more time on it. Not sure. But basically we're following our main character who's a biologist, and she is sent into this like place, they call it like Area X, and it's basically an area where there's some sort of ecological disturbance and no one really knows exactly what is going on there, but it's like no one goes there, it's all separated from the rest of society. And she goes on a team of researchers who all go there together, and it's very bizarre. Like, none of them, like, you don't know what any of their names are. She never says her name, any other characters' names. It's all very anonymous. I started out liking it quite a bit. It was like a little dry in the start, but I ended up getting a little bit into it in like the first 100 pages or so. There was just like a lot of description of ecology and like why our main character enjoyed being a biologist, which I really enjoyed reading about that. Those are things that I'm interested in, so I really enjoyed like the descriptions of plant and animal life and things like that. And some of the character dynamics were interesting, and there was this very like liminal space feeling to Area X, like where they were discovering different things they didn't expect, and then they didn't quite even know like why they were on this mission, or like she was debating whether there were ulterior motives on being sent on this mission. So it definitely was intriguing. The writing was very, very interesting. The way that Jeff VanderMeer described things was very complex at times, and at times it felt very poetic, and I really like vibed with the writing style, but unfortunately at other times it just like completely lost me. And I would say towards the latter half of the book, it started to lose me more and more. And so that's why I think I'm going to give this just 3 stars, because while there were aspects I really enjoyed, and like I really enjoyed the atmosphere to start and like the concept, and I did have some aspects like where there were some quotes that I really, really enjoyed or that really resonated with me. But at the same time, like so much of the different writing, I was kind of unable to really like process, or it was like that kind of writing where sometimes, I don't know if this ever happens to you, but like a particular author's writing style will make it like difficult for me to even see in my head like what's going on, and I can't really imagine what's happening in the book. Parts of Annihilation were like that for me. So very mixed. I don't know that I would continue on, probably not. I think that overall I just didn't enjoy his writing style enough to continue with his books. But I think that it's definitely worth a shot because I see a lot of good in it as well. So I think that if you read this and you end up vibing with the writing style, you're probably gonna like it a lot more, because I think that it's a really cool concept. Yeah, just didn't quite work out for me. So that is the end of the vlog. Thank you everyone for sticking around for my opinions about The Burning God, Eileen, and Annihilation. I had so much fun reading these 3 books. And I'm really hoping to get more into vlogging in the future. I think I'm gonna do some vlogging in October and record some of the books that I read for Haunted Library Bingo, especially Salem's Lot, the buddy read. Of course, I need to document my feelings about that. So hopefully I will have some more vlog content coming for you all in the future. But anyhow, I will see you in the next one. Bye friends.